would probably help if I put a battery in it. These things tend to require such details. Much better.
30 seconds.
Well, we have learned 2 things thus far. 1, don't go behind the Aurora, especially at night. And number 2, don't tangle with a fish that's bigger than your submersible. If we follow those 2 rules, I think we will lose fewer ships and survive a bit longer. We did survive the encounter with the Leviathan class predator. Unfortunately, our Seamoth did not, but we were able to swim away during the chaos after the explosion. And we made it back to base, severely wounded, and short 1 Seamoth. So we gathered up the resources, we made another Seamoth, and now I am scouring the ocean floor for more wrecks as we wait for Sunbeam to arrive in orbit. That should come in handy. The reinforced dive suit, especially if we tango with another Leviathan fish again. That should help keep us alive, needless to say. Although the plan is to not tango with one of those again, at least not until we have more offensive capabilities. This goes very deep. Far deeper than our Seamoth currently can go. It's a shame we can't go down and explore. Our time's severely limited based on Sunbeam's timetable, so we're not straying too far from base. We're trying to stay relatively near. Just wait for the ship to come into orbit. And certainly we don't want to start diving extremely deep and risk danger to life and limb when rescue is so close at hand.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
There's another wreck here. Let's give this one a look through. Oh, can't go in that way. I'm hoping to find another power cell charger component. It functions the same as the battery charger, which we got last time, except it charges the power cells, which arguably is as useful, if not more useful, than the battery charger, just because of the fact that to craft power cells, the resources, it's not super rare, but you need 2 batteries and a wiring kit to craft a power cell. So to be able to recharge them and not have to worry about constantly crafting those, it's a big advantage for us. Let's see what we got. I believe that is a... Oh, that looks pretty useful. Huh. Oh, and a power cell charge fragment. Perfect. So now we'll be able to craft one of these if need be.
New blueprint acquired.
Microscope, non-functional. Looks like it's just kind of decorational. Same with that. Extra protein is always welcome. It's not too bad.
30 seconds.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So while we were over here, this is actually the reason why I came out here to begin with. The wrecks just happened to be on the way. But the life pod for Officer Keating, he was the one that sent that transmission about the rendezvous coordinates for dry land. Unfortunately, the coordinates were corrupted, but we were able to get the coordinates for his life pod. So I'm hoping we go down, maybe we'll be able to find some data that'll tell us where the dry land is at. Because if there's more survivors and they're rendezvousing on land, It's going to be important for when, I don't think we'll get there, we'll go to the rendezvous point before Sunbeam arrives, but we'll need to let the commander, or the captain of the Sunbeam know about, you know, the rendezvous point. We'll have to check for other survivors of the Aurora. Oh, gel sack. These are useful for crafting. Aerogel in particular requires these.
New blueprint acquired.
A time capsule. I found one of these at the start. This is the second one we found. Check to see. Oh man, it's got some real goodies in it. Looks like some other survivors, potentially from the Degassi, may have left that.
Integrating new
One
PDA,
PDA.
data.
Oh,
New blueprint
ultra high
acquired.
capacity tank. That's useful.
Signal location uploaded
There we go.
to
This
PDA.
is what we wanted.
Integrating new PDA data.
So I think now we have the coordinates for dry land, for the rendezvous point. Let's take a look-see. Okay, yeah, to all crew. If you are reading this and you have followed the automatic distress signal broadcast by this lifepod's onboard computer, contrary to my orders, I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach the designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. I hope to see you there. Yeah, well, sorry, we had to come in order to get those coordinates.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Light pod detached. Okay, planet fall in 30 seconds. The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there. Understood, but they are your responsibility now. Don't let them down. Captain, you need to evacuate. Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent. Captain!
Well, sounds like he went out in a blaze of glory. So we have the captain to thank for the Aurora being in as good a shape as it is. As strange as that may sound, considering it crashed into the water, blew up after a couple days here. But all in all, it probably would have been a lot worse if he hadn't controlled the descent. Oh yeah, some really good stuff. Hull reinforcement, solar charging for the Seamoth, and some, ion power cells and batteries. Now those I have not seen yet. Wow, they hold a much better charge than the others do. It's too bad he didn't leave us a schematic to tell us how to make it, but all in all, not too bad. Take this back to the base, see if any more radio messages have come through. No radio messages have come through. And in the meantime, we've gathered some resources to build a moon pool. Never does hurt to have a solid base. I mean, even when Sunbeam gets here, we're still gonna have to search for more survivors. And the planet is completely water, apart from some dry land, so it could be useful to have, you know, a base to coordinate rescue efforts.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
We shall keep that in mind.
Power
restored. All primary systems online. Welcome aboard, Captain.
So the moon pool acts as a charging station for the Seamoth, which is nice. It'll recharge the power cell in it without us having to even craft a power cell charging station. And I believe it will also repair the Seamoth. I'm not entirely sure about that. That might have to be an upgrade you have to get, but I want to say that it will also automatically repair the Seamoth of any damage that it has, which again is quite useful. It requires power, so it does use that, but other than that, it keeps your Seamoth in working order. Let's hope that reef fish doesn't smash the moon pool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. And don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
That is fantastic news. All right. So we've got a timer countdown. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to gather up as many resources as we can. Grab some fish. We'll cure them with salt so that they'll last. We'll get some water. Extra batteries and tools and such. See about making the propulsion cannon as well, just for some defense, just in case we encounter whatever on the dry land. I mean, there's been hostile fish in the water. There's no reason to think that there wouldn't be hostile land creatures. And then we'll make our way over there. Just get our bearings up here, see how far from the Aurora it is. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's right in that cloud. So those clouds must keep the land masses hidden in that way. It's kind of hard to see them. And this should be the lake. Wow. Dry land has never looked so sweet.
Detecting massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
Oh. There's a structure here. Alien structure. I assume. Oh. We know that sound all too well. We're gonna stick to the surface here and not go too deep at all. Oh my goodness. Wow. Man, look at that thing. Yeah, that doesn't look like anything that members of the Degassi would have made. That looks alien. Well, they're not quite like palm trees, but they sort of look like it. As tropical islands go, this isn't half bad. Just keep this. Oh, there we go. Works quite nicely. Some kind of force field control. Scan it and see if we can learn anything. This device matches no known technologies and is likely alien in nature. Power is being routed via the terminal to the nearby force field. The technology is far beyond anything encountered before by the Federation. Nonetheless, there's a good chance it functions like a regular lock and only requires the appropriate key. Like a purple tablet. Maybe like this one, but this one appears to be broken. Let's scan it, see if we can figure out more about it. Carbon-based device is lighter than it looks. U lit up in purple. While abandoned for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. No obvious way to interface it. It should nonetheless be possible to fabricate a precise physical copy of the device if necessary. That would be useful. It seems like we need to place that tablet into that control. We'll look around and we'll see if we can. Maybe we can find one. This definitely isn't going to let us in. Aha. Well, isn't that handy? We can use that to access the door downstairs, I'll bet you. Alright, let's put this puppy in. There we go. In we go.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
Doesn't hurt to check this out while we wait for the sunbeam. I mean, this is a enormous discovery. I'm not really sure if other alien civilizations have been found so far in the human exploration, but if not, this would then be the first. We need to explore this, collect as much data as we can. Bring that back with us. Probably need to send another ship here. Study all this. Man, look at these walls. What's this?
Unknown language.
Looks like some
Attempting
kind of
translation.
computer console. Discovered inside an alien facility. It was not possible to translate. Some information is likely a solid-state computer. No clear way to interface with it. A low-frequency radio wave containing complex but recognizable data patterns. So it looks like the alien species is highly evolved to where they can hear information being broadcast, most likely, and they would communicate back. They'd be considerably more psychologically developed than we are as humans. Well, still might prove useful. Maybe the supercomputers back home can do something with it. Just keep pressing onwards here. What's this? Whatever it is, it moves automatically. It's never good. Ion cube. Looks like it's an item of some sort. Ah, and it's used to craft, the purple tablets. Okay, yes, the purple tablets are keys. And we can craft those with ion tubes and diamonds. Interesting. There's probably other doors either in this facility or maybe...
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
And in one sense, it kind of looks aesthetic, but my first thought was that it was just massive amounts of energy kind of coursing through, almost coursing through the walls, you know. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, as I was saying, there might be more doors in this facility, or perhaps there's other structures on this planet that require purple tablets, so that's why they have these ion cubes, perhaps. Another data terminal.
Unknown language.
Maybe if we collect more, we'll get more of a translation. Some kind of multi-dimensional schematic of some kind. Enforcement platform schematic. Understand the facility's internal workings. Construction materials. Well, it's made of something really, really hard that doesn't... It appears to be impregnable. Schematic indicates the facility was to be powered by a separate self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. Interesting. Location not listed. There's evidence the designers intend to harness the planet's natural thermal energy. It must be thermal. Layouts, upper engineering room, and then a separate underwater moon pool, or sorry, control room, which is accessed by a separate underwater moon pool, or the elevator shaft, and then control. The control in the lower section houses the only known way to interface with the facility. Schematic does not detail the operation procedure or installed security measures. Well, let's hope there's not security measures in place to ward off would-be intruders like us.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Whoa. Oh, jeez. That's that's one way to have an elevator, I guess. Apparently they got so advanced that you know, sitting in a metal box going up and down was just too dull for them. This is a big moon pool. This is basically like what we made for the sea moth, except it's just a huge, could house a much bigger vessel. Must connect to the surface too. Wow, this place is quite massive. So this is apparently the control room. Or at least leads to the control room, to where hopefully we can, I guess, interface with this and see what this facility actually is. Alien rifle. Oh, interesting. We have a weapon. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built the structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they consider defending this facility a necessary precaution. There is no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. No obvious way, but is there an unobvious way? Well, we'll just leave that for now. It's not like we really need weapons right now. So far, I mean, this facility appears to be... I mean, it's powered up, obviously, but it kind of appears to just be dead. Nothing or no one here. Alien arch. Whoa. It's big. Intended purpose is unclear. Theories: ceremonial, religious, industrial, advanced teleport transportation network. Further research required. This doesn't look like the control room. So let's head back and we'll go up those ramps to the next level. Oh, and there's an ion cube. Yeah, see, like, the facility's working. I mean, the force field was up. Those ion cubes are coming up automatically, but nobody's home. How is it all the inhabitants are gone, but the facility still works? It doesn't make sense. Oh, another tablet, okay. Oh, another case. Oh, and it's the alive or functioning. Looks, I guess, more robotic. Doomsday device. Oh, that can't be good. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. Holy crap. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Wow. Okay. So why on earth does this facility have something that's powerful enough to destroy the planet as well as the solar system? That doesn't seem to make sense. And why is it just sitting in a random tank?
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Maybe we'll get some answers beyond here. There you go. That works just like a regular key. Pillars almost, they kind of remind me of like computer servers, you know, when you step into a computer room. Got all the, I mean, if this is a control room, then it could very well sort of be like that. It's probably looks kind of like a big, whoa. Oh, it's functioning apparently. Energy core. It's definitely working. Can't read it. Okay. This device houses energy equivalent to a 100 megaton nuclear detonation. Holy crap, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. You know, I wonder if that's what brought down the Aurora. If it's set to automatically target, maybe that's what did it. Oh jeez. What the heck? Oh jeez. The frick? That doesn't sound happy.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine.
What do you mean infected? Not sick, at least I don't think so. Let's scan ourselves.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing, detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain. Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Shoot, we didn't even know we were sick. I mean, I guess it's to be expected being on a alien world, but alien facility locations regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research facility, depth 800 meters. Location, cave system with extensive fossil record southwest of enforcement platform. Function, live specimen study. Objective, synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara, which apparently we have. That's not good at all. Thermal power facility, depth. Wow, 1200 meters. That's really far down. Location, inside an extensive natural rock formation in an area of intense volcanic activity. Function, generate energy for all local facilities. Ah, that relates to the thermal thing that I was talking about before. A facility that uses thermal energy. Sanctuary A, data corrupted. Sanctuary B, data corrupted. Offsite laboratory. It's all corrupted. So there's a bunch of different facilities. In the event of an outbreak, quarantine procedures will be automatically enforced with immediate effect. The quarantine enforcement platform will target all incoming and outgoing craft to prevent the spread of infection off-world. Okay, so there's some kind of bacteria involved, and this facility appears to be almost like a containment system, I guess. This bacteria, this infection is apparently quite deadly enough to where they have this facility set up to prevent ships from coming or going and transporting the strain off-world, I guess. Well, that would explain potentially where the builders of this facility went then, and all the other facilities. They were here. They must have succumbed to the infection as they were studying it. I mean, it looks like there was a bunch of different facilities used to try to study this, and I guess they weren't successful. In the meantime, they must have put it under quarantine. Wait a minute. It said it would destroy incoming and outgoing vessels. That would include the sunbeam. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, 5 minutes. We have to get up and warn them.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Swear